Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog and to my YouTube channel at stampwithelaine.com. This is my last video for the time being because I am packing up my craft room. We are hoping to relocate to Yorkshire, and in order to do that we have to declutter and get the house ready to put on the market. So for the moment I'm taking a sabbatical. I don't know when I'll be back. I expect after our move, which could take several months. Although I won't be posting on YouTube, I'll still have my blog. I won't be filming videos because I won't have my studio equipment, but I'll have one post a week on my blog. So hop over there, the link is below this show more section on my YouTube channel. I've got a big library of videos, over 1,000 for you to choose from. You need a reference or anything like that. So bear with me and I'll be back as soon as I can. In the meantime, today's project is one last Easter gift packaging. I found these chocolates at our local supermarket, and I thought I'd gift package them like so. The stamp set I'm using is Be My Valentine. You'll also need the Bee Builder Punch, the greeting from Excellent Eggs. This will be one of the sets retiring. I'm using the Nested Essentials die, the second largest one, to cut my aperture. I'm pleased to say this is carrying over to the new annual catalogue for 2024 to 25. The inks I'm using are Tuxedo Black and Lemon Lolly, adhesive back hearts and flowers embellishments. This ribbon from the Duo combo pack. There are two spools, one in lemon lime twist and a wide one in petal pink, and I think this is from the Zoo Crew suite on pages 46 to 47 of the current annual catalogue for 2023 to 2024. We need a scrap of real red and a scrap of basic white to stamp the bee and the ladybird. The box base is a sheet of lemon lime twist, and I've cut this at 5 inches by 9 inches. The box lid is longer but narrower, and this measures 4 inches by 9 3/4 inches. When I was making the template for the box, I did it in one piece, but when I put it through the die cutting machine it mangled the paper because you've got to fold the cardstock back, so that's why it's better to have the box in 2 halves, then you won't get that problem. So let's score the lid first. This is the 9 3/4 piece, so long side on top you score at 1/2 inch, 8 1/2 inches and 9 inches. So in metric that will be 1.3, 21.6 and 23 centimeters. Then rotate it so that the short side is on the top, and just score at 1/2 inch. So that's 1.3 centimeters. Now you want to tackle the box bottom. So long side on top you score one end at 1/2 inch. Rotate the cardstock 180 degrees and score the other end at 1/2 inch. Okay, then on the short side you score at 1/2 inch, 4 inches, 4 1/2 inches. So in metric score at 1.3, 10.2 and 11.4 centimeters. So now you want to reinforce the score lines. With the double score line on your right, you want to cut this corner up here, just up to this first score line, and cut on either side of the scoring groove. Okay, then do the same with this one on the left. Cut either side of the scoring groove, and then at the end take away this corner here. Alright, so that it looks like that now. Then put those flaps down, and you want to take away this piece here in the middle, and that's the top of your box base. Alright, rotate it 180 degrees, and now you want to cut across these two. Up that one, and take away the little square on this end. So your box base should look like this. It's on its side because the box is too long, so it won't go in the camera. Then on this double one, I'm just going to mite at the corner there just to neaten it up. Now bring in the lid. So we want to cut where the double score line is on your right. We want to cut to the first score line and then cut away this whole section here. So that's the lid. And then down here you want to cut away that little square. Bring in the die and then center it in the middle of your box and put some low-tack tape on to make sure it doesn't move, and put it on your die cutting machine. These platforms to use is platform 1, the thin die adapter platform 2, one of the base plates platform 3, your cardstock and die cutting edge face down a second platform 3, and I'm ready to run it through the machine. So now I want to join these two pieces together. So basically that's going to go on there. So I want to put my tape along here. So there's a bit of excess there. So what I'm going to do is just trim that off. Now we want to join the box base to the box lid. Before I do that, I want to cut a finger hole up here. Now this measures 3.5 across, so half of that will be 1 3/4. So I'm just going to make a mark there. Bring in a circle punch. This is a 1/2 inch circle punch, and I'm just going to punch a finger hole here and gauge it by eye. Remove the tape and take the box lid so that the tab is on the left, and you want to line up that score line, the second score line down, and the score line down here with the score line up here, and the box base score line down there. So it's with the first score line, this is the depth of the box, okay? So we're gluing it to this second tab. So line it up. Now I'm going to put tearing tape on this side. And I usually like to do it after I've got the box assembled, so I don't put the tape on the wrong bit. So fold this over, remove the tape, and then fold the box over. Make sure it's aligned, and then glue it down. So there's your box assembled. Now you don't want to glue these sides down yet because you want to do a bit of stamping. So I want to stamp a flight path for the bee. Bring in the other box to have a look. round about there. Now I'm going to pop this in, so I'll put some tear and tape on there. Glue that on. I should have done this before. Round off the corners. Then I can pop this in. Now's the time to tie the ribbon around the box. So you want that to go round twice. I'm going to tuck the ribbon in underneath. Make sure that's flat at the back. It's at times like this you feel you need an extra finger. So tie that tight, and then you want to add another bit of ribbon so that you can make a double bow. So now we've tied our bow, we can do a bit of stamping. I'm going to stamp the bee's body in Lemon Lolly. Wipe off the bit from here. And I'm using the Stamparatus, even though it's retired, because if I need to stamp again I can in the same position, because the ink isn't intense enough. Try that again. That's better. Now bring in the bee punch. Oh, forgot to do something. Now I've got to ink up these stripes on his body and stamp. Then I can punch this out. Attach it to a glue dot, like so, and then pop the wing on. Cut the antennae and stamp it on the heart. And attach that to a glue dot as well. Pop this on. And I can stamp his face. Put dimensionals on the back. Now we want to make the ladybird. Really chuffed with this, I'll show you how. So ink this up. I only want the body to be stamped in black. So punch this out. And then punch another one in red. You want to just cut off that little sting on both of them. And the ladybirds have got antennae, so I'm going to stamp that on. Pop the glue dot on the antennae. Stick it on there. Need to cut off a little bit of the ladybird here. Okay. And then to make the wings, you just cut a little V shape, very narrow V shape, and bring in the crocodile, and you want to punch a largish hole here in the middle, one down here, you want to cut a couple of small ones on either side. A bit over on the back, and then you want to put these mini dimensionals cut in half and sort of slot it in between the holes. I've taken all the backing tape off it, so now I'm going to pop this on. Two little dots here of glue, and I've punched out some small white circles from the crocodile to glue on here. Then put some on the back. Last finishing touch is to put some of these flowers on. So take that off and pop it on the box. I had to take the other one off because I've made a mistake. Stamp the greeting in basic black and fussy cut that too. I did try with just a straight label. It swamped the box, so I opted to fussy cut it. As usual for fussy cutting, you angle your scissors at a 45-degree angle and just turn your paper. I'll finish this off camera. So, last finishing touch is to pop the greeting on. So that's my Easter Fun Bugs and Bees gift packaging. So I hope you've enjoyed this last video for the moment, and I'll be back when, who knows, when we've moved house and settled. Thanks for watching. Bye.